Okay, in our last video, we transferred the locations data from here to the sales data and also extracted the month using the functions VLOOKUP and the month function. We then created our pivot table and just did a short overview of the data. So now let's go ahead and add our analysis sheet. Okay, let me just rename this sheet to pivot table, and I'm gonna add a new sheet, move it to the front, and use our plugins, apply formatting. Okay, let's start with just monthly sales analysis, monthly sales, company name, and this is in euro. Okay, let's go ahead and what I'm gonna do is go to the pivot and just remove the company name. I just want the sales per month. I'm gonna select all those, copy them, and put them somewhere down here. Okay, home, paste as values, January. And if you type January, and the same happens if, let's say, if you type Monday, and you click on this here and drag it, you can see that it's previewing the other months and it's gonna fill out the months for you. Let me just zoom that a bit, by the way. Okay, and those are my sales. Also wanna add a total column at the end, and let's use Alt plus to do a fast sum function. Okay, let's format that. I want to make the header with white text and the dark blue fill, and I'm gonna bold it. And I'm also gonna format all those as accounting, but I'm gonna hide the digits after the decimal point, because when we're talking about 130 million in sales, there's no point in just looking at the cents from an analysis perspective. And next thing I want to do is just gonna grab that till December and insert a chart. Okay, make it a bit more matching. And I always like to format it so that it pretty much fits the data below. And that's it. We can now look and see that April and August, we have some dips in sales. So our sales are pretty much stable, but there's some interesting dips in April and August. And you can just note those, talk to the salespeople, but in this particular case, we might know that August is, July and August are like vacation months here in Europe, so it's probably that's why we're doing less business, and maybe June a bit as well, but April should not be so low. Maybe we have some, I don't know, maybe there are some specific holidays in the regions where we operate, but since we operate in so many locations, I don't think this was it, so maybe something else happened. So we need to simply inquire with the salespeople and figure out what happened. But having it visualized like that makes it much easier to notice where the issues are, as compared to just going over the sales report and trying to figure anything. What else can we look at? Another thing that we can do is we can look at our regions, the ones that we got from here. So I'm actually just gonna copy this whole sheet, move or copy. I'm gonna create a copy in the same book, in the same file, and we just rename it to region sales. And I'm gonna here region sales, or I'm actually gonna leave it like that. And what we can do next is first I want to copy this over and this over, so I'll remove the yellow, and I'm just gonna delete all those. Let's go to our pivot table and drag our country in rows. And now I have the country and the sales. Just gonna select the whole thing without the totals. And come here, home, paste as values. I'm just gonna copy, then paste, and gonna delete all the totals. Okay, I used Alt and plus, but you can see that since we have nothing in March, it just got to April, so I'm just gonna grab it here and extend it to include January to December. Hit enter, select all those, and Control D to copy down. Then I'm gonna grab all the rest and format them as numbers and hide the digits after the decimal point. And I'm also gonna copy the formatting of Albania here and paste it over all the other countries. And let's give it a heading, country. Okay, extend that a bit. So this is now just showing Albania, but with so many countries, I don't want to like extend that and include all countries in the chart, because as you can see it looks horrible. What I want to do is I'm actually going to remove this chart. I'm going to select the whole table. I'm actually gonna select just the total of each country. So I selected the country, and then by holding Control I can select additional data. And with those two I'm just gonna go to Insert, and gonna use a column chart. Yep, just a regular column chart. And I'm gonna put it here. And to make it a bit more sensible, I can select this whole table here, go to data, and turn on the filter, and then click here on total and sort largest to smallest. I'm gonna remove the filter. And now I have a good visual representation about our spread into different regions. And I can see that we have 4 regions that are bringing in most, well, not most, but a huge portion of our sales. But we are pretty evenly spread over all the rest, which is a good thing. So we're not too dependent on one single market. Although especially China and Indonesia, see that they have like 22 and like 24 million out of our total of 130. This is like a sixth of our total sales come from China, and about as much come from Indonesia, which is quite a lot. And let's say if China bans trade with our company, this can hurt us really, really bad. So it's a good idea to make those overviews and to make sure that you're not too dependent on a single source of sales. Okay, that's pretty much it. You can go ahead and use the same approach to look at the sales per client. Do this exercise as well. Maybe go ahead and analyze countries where you've had quite a lot of months with no sales. Do the same for clients, and that's it. That's how to use the pivot table functionality, one of the most important functionalities in Excel, to analyze our sales.